Now, as I was saying before my phone ran out of memory, right? Okay, here's the thing, right? The law of Moses, like I keep telling you, does not put things in our modern day vernacular, though it don't say you can't do that, right? Right. Now, if Moses is saying you can spill your seed before eating and just wash and be clean after and anything your seed gets on, right, to wash it as well. And, you're to do that daily for it, right? That's what you're to do for it, right? If you're also with the woman, same thing, except it goes inside of her, but it also comes out, idiot, right? It's called footback. If you had sex with a woman, it comes out. See, the sperm, once it's inside, right, travels up into the womb, right, through the cervix, right. Once in the cervix, right, the sperm swim up the womb and go to meet the egg as coming down from the fallopian tube. Now, if that don't happen, you don't get pregnant. You don't get pregnant, right? If it does, you do, right? Right. Now, Paul mentioned a couple, a married partner, right, not having sex for a while in prayer. Moses didn't say you couldn't do that either, right? Right. And he's giving you advice, right? Right. And is also not saying, you know, if your wife doesn't want sex, you can't do it either. Or have to rape her or something, right? By the way. And people wonder why I'm telling them all this, and they're acting like idiots raping their own wives and beating their own wives, right? That's why I'm telling you this, right? You're not reading it. And when you don't read something, you add to it your own partake ideas. I know. You're changing a release mechanism, right? Because you're misinterpreting what Jesus meant. And Jesus is in heaven. I guess he can't lead you through the Holy Ghost. That you're right or wrong, right? Or you think Jesus is Satan sometimes, and Satan is Jesus, right? Why do you think he warns you about calling good evil and evil good, right? Why is it better for me to masturbate to a woman I don't even hardly know or admit it, or I know, kind of dating, but she's not as serious about me as I am with her, for instance, like with Maribel, right? Now, when I moved in with Daphne, do you know how often I masturbated? Zero, zero. She was there. I know. Right? Even if we didn't have sex all the time. Damn. You see what I mean, right? But you need to grow up. You need to grow up. Too, I know. When you have someone there, if you feel a little horny, you gotta smooth operator. Smooth operator. You got a smooth operator. You might get something. But again, you knows what I mean. You knows what I mean. But how many times did I masturbate with Mary Bell because she was saying Bart wouldn't let her go, or Steve was hounding her because of Bart, right? And then Steve takes off with her, goes down the internet, and she puts me in jail. I'm supposed to know that's called mixed signals, by the way, right? I know it is. So I didn't know what she wanted. I was more masturbating to her and trying to do it to only her. But I guess her Filipino Catholic background didn't understand that, and that's okay too, right? If she didn't, And she said not to do it to her, so I could do it to her. I started doing it to other women. But not really with them. No, it's not, right? See, when you take desire for a woman, right, and you're not with me as a proper girlfriend, I don't know what you want. I don't know why you're letting your ex keep you from me, but you are. And instead of staying with me, unless he's threatening to kill us both, right? I can understand that too, but you need to tell me he's threatening to kill us both, Shane. I don't know that. I don't know. So after a while of all that crap for 18 months, of course, and I'm back in Georgia for 7 of those 18 months from March to September, right? And I didn't meet the other girl till September, right? What month is September? The 9th. What month is March? The 3rd, right? 6th, okay? I know. Right, right. And we met in February of 95, right? Now, when I'm using you in a story, Mary Bell, it's because of what you said, not what I said, right? Ain't about you. But it is, but it is. But not only you, but not only you. Quit lying either way. You're lying about something. I'm not. Whole point too. When you make something up, one way or another, send me a birth certificate, send me a picture, and then try to change the lie. Or is this Daphne or Thomas Barbie? Who is this? I don't know. No. But I did see his van and assumed he was trying to see Harriet too or something. Right. I don't know if he's a Terminator fan or not, right? Either, right? But of course, I'm there to see Terminator, right? Or Harriet, right? And I don't decide until I get to the theater, right? Then if I have to see Arctic Dogs, that didn't start around 4:45, right? Something more happened in the store. That I don't remember either, right? Fully. Remember some of it, right? Trying to figure out what happened, right? But the only way you can know is if you interfere with my memory of it, right? And I don't know why you would lie on the 37-year-old or why she would lie to me, right? See, what can I do but call the police on her if she's 15 working in the store? I don't know. I don't know. You ever heard of Mercy? Right. Are you not talking about that too? See, you're not listening. See, if she told me she was 15, I would have probably gotten in trouble for it and banned from the store, whatever we did, right? But if we just talked about it, I would remember that. Even if I'm arguing with someone about something, right? Blacking me out had nothing to do with the argument, right? What did, though, is I don't remember in full detail everything that happened in the store, just certain details, right? Mm-hmm. They're trying to redeem monkeypox now. Mm-hmm. And Russia's still attacking the nuclear plant in Ukraine like idiots, right? That could affect you too. Ever heard of woodworm, Chernobyl, Russia? It can affect you too. Idiots. And it's called being a dill hole, Mr. Putin. A jackass, a stubborn butt wipe. What's he gonna do? Send Russia's spies to kill me? No, that's right. He could, probably, but I'm still standing better than I ever did. Acting like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid. Taken from Elton John, of course. As a brief explanation of what happened to me over the years, though I'm still dealing with arthritic pain. I'm not the same as I used to be. Even if you try to attack me and I can kick your butt, I'm on medications to kick your butt. You have to shoot me or something. I think he knew he would have to shoot me or something. I think he knew he would have to shoot you or something. If his stupid daughter didn't tell me she was 15 and went to the bathroom with me. And that's what I mean, right? I'm over it, though, technically, right? Exactly, right? Y'all need to get over it, too. It happened 3 years ago, right? Something like that. In November. I mean, it's still a few more months, but not that far away either, right? And why do you think Jesus was getting on to them about the disciples eating on the Sabbath day and picking corn, right? You can eat on the Sabbath day, right? You can pick up a meal, you can pick up your tray or your food and put it in your mouth. If they're in the field and they're picking it as they're eating it, ain't it the same thing? Yeah. Oh, but Moses said, you can't even pick up sticks. You don't know sarcasm, do you? The point isn't go to the Lord when someone's picking up the sticks to see if he wants you to stone them. The point is, you don't need to do that for someone picking up sticks, right? You're going overboard with the law. You're trying to kill the person. And the command also says, thou shalt not kill, right? For violating a minor rule on the Sabbath day, but you can get out your bed in the morning, that's a work. You can walk to your living room, that's a work. It's called exercise, right? Unless you're saying you gotta lay in bed all day and not move, not eat or drink anything. You pick up the cup and drink it, right? You pick up the plate and either you put it in your hands back then. I don't know how they use utensils like we do today. But I'm sure they ate on the Sabbath day, even the manna. They just had to gather it the day before the Sabbath, a double portion, right? But see, that's grace, ain't it, right? What's the difference between grace of the law and violating the law? If you're picking up sticks all day, you're violating the law, of course, right? But if you're picking up a few sticks around the house, you're just tidying up a little. Didn't think you couldn't do that. I know. When you take the law to extremes, you're a tyrant. The law is general rules. You know, what God means is take it easy on the Sabbath. Don't, do a work day the whole day, right? Do what you need to do, too, right? I mean, he ain't saying that. If you got to turn on a light, turn on a light, right? And if you got to light a candle, Light a candle. Even the priests light the menorah, and are not defiling the Sabbath. Right? I know. Don't you see what you're doing? You're adding to murder someone for picking up a few things, right? And you don't need to go to God, because the God telling you to murder the man isn't God, right? Why? If you sinned in Eden, you sinned because God allowed it. What does that mean, right? He didn't tell you you couldn't eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, did he, right? He did, right? But why? Because you can't. It's like any fruit tree, I guess, right? Technically. Or if it was something humanoid, right? And you had sex with each other, it also could have sex with you, right? Now, you don't get from the story itself that we're trees automatically. You got to go to Judges to understand that, right? One of the judges said the trees went forth, right, to make a king over them and went to different trees, right, until the bramble, right. And then the bramble said it would rule over them, right? Right. And you're the trees. You're the trees. It's talking of there, right? Men are the trees, right? So if the tree isn't a tree and brings you the knowledge of good and evil, it's the works of the tree, right? Itself, right? It taught you good and evil, right? Both natural sex and obscure, according to the Gnostics, right? Or abominable. What does that sound like? Butt or gay sex. Now, the thing is, could you have butt sex with your wife? It didn't say you couldn't, right? It does say you can't lie with a man if you lie with a woman, right? Because there's only one hole you could have sex with on the male, right? Why does it say that? It doesn't mean at all, or no, or ever, right? What situation are you in, right? Are you married or single, right? It don't say, right? Now, what do you do there? It doesn't say that the person doing this is married or not, does it? No. If you add to it, right, you're assuming they're married or not, right? Now, if you're married, you definitely can't, right? But what if you're single, right? Did it say you couldn't, or it don't say which situation you're in, right? Does it mean period or at all? All right. Well, if you can do it, you can do it. You can do it, right? Does God know you can do it? Yeah. But what Adam and Eve did caused them shame, right? Sounds like more him than her, because it wasn't until after he ate they both saw they were naked and knew they were naked, right? The word knew is yada. It's also used, like I told you, with the woman was abused and raped, right? And they knew her all night till morning, right? And she died from the abuse, right? But there again, dickhead sitting her out there. Richard didn't know better, did he? To give the Levite a name, right? We don't even know the woman's name. She's just the concubine in the story, right? But what's the point to it, right? And how does grace apply? Even though Paul gave a list of judging homosexual people, Jesus said not to judge, least you be judged, right? Then he talks about adultery, don't he? Right. In chapter 2. But they do say all, whoever marries, the bed is undefiled, right? Now, if I have premarital sex, which you didn't say I couldn't do that either, right? And the girl, like Sheena or Maribel, does not legally marry me, right? I have to accept that eventually and say, well, we just had sex and broke up, right? Right? Simple as that, right? We didn't get to the legal marriage part, right? Now, I can't legally marry Maribel. Right, right. She didn't want to legally marry me, right? Though she legally married Scott, and he's her husband, right? Legally, right, if they don't get the DNA test, right, I don't even know if I can claim Patrick as my son without having to get one myself, right? And I can't afford it, right? And I ain't worried about it, right? And if Scott Edward Harris is on the birth certificate, right, and his name is Patrick William Harrison, right, guess what? Legally, I have to petition the courts, go through a process, right, and all that in Georgia, right, and say, I was at Maribel in September, blah, 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 and pay for all that. Do I have the money? No, no. Never did. Never did. Thanks for letting me off the hook, though. I mean, it don't matter anymore. He's grown, right? I'm glad he is alive, even if he's got child in your mind, right? I don't know. I can't prove it to you, right? But maybe when I was saying he's not your son and thought it was about Jonathan, it really meant you would deny Patrick could be my son, right? See what I mean? And I'm not doing it because of I'm understanding my relationship with Daphne either. I'm not. I'm not. Not fully yet. Now, hindsight, right, which is always 2020, I understand some of her behaviors, especially towards the end. And all I know is if someone starts trying to do me harm, right, or leaves me stranded or acts weird, I need to give them what's called space. That's why I'll step on the couch anyway. And I don't know what all happened, right, in the night anyway. Only one who can remember is who? Daphne. But she can also, if I don't remember everything, lie about it, right? Now, I do know what I'm supposed to do, though, if her daughter were to wake me up. And one of the things is ask her, who showed you to wake me up? Why'd you wake me up, right? You know what I mean, right? She's supposed to wake me up. I already know that, right? Even if it happened or not, right? Do you understand? I know not to wake up Daphne or my stepdaughter when they're sleeping in the bedroom and I'm on the couch as well, right? They're asleep, I'm asleep, and only going to the bathroom in sometime in the from 11 to say 6 or 7, right? Whenever you gotta get up and go to work, right? And get breakfast for that morning, right? I know from that time if someone has to go to the bathroom, they gotta go, right? But if she comes in there to me, what am I going to think? What's the reason? You gotta guess. I gotta guess, right? Unless she tells me what she wants. And there's, again, that's common knowledge, right? The thing I'm telling you is this. I'm sleeping on the couch. I don't know if she can be there or not. But if she did, this is all I can do with her, right? And if she does, I gotta ask her, well, who showed you all that, right? And she might would say, who, Grandma? Is she doing something unusual? No. Even if, like I said, I thought she had to pee, I take off her panties because she's in delivery. She might have to walk to the bathroom, right? All the way to the toilet, right? I don't know if she wanted me to turn on the light either or something. I don't know, right? If she's afraid of the dark or why she would even be in there, right? On the first place, right? And then you gotta figure it out. Right. And I know the 4 reasons are what? Eat, drink, bathe, repeat. And I never touched her sexually, right? Now, if she lingers after I take off her panties, I said, I'm just filling in blanks, right? Guessing what I could have done, right? Or not do, right? I know. And saying I don't know for sure, I don't have clear memory of it anyway. And only Daphne has the memory without amnesia, right? The daughter is 4. Mm-hmm. She shouldn't hardly remember it either, should she? No. Not at 4. Not at 4. Unless mom made it a big deal growing up. Then that's mom making it a big deal. I don't know what happened, right? Still. Mm-hmm. Because all I'm describing to you is still the brief encounter, right? Even if I thought she had to pee and took off her panties to walk to the bathroom, because we're in the living room, obviously. There's reasons for that. I took karate, I know about bondage. You can't pull them down around her her knees or ankles. She would trip and try to walk to the bathroom. Yeah. You might have to take them off, right? You're thinking she has to pee. You don't know, right? She's not saying probably either, I'm guessing, right? See, because no one brought this up till YouTube, right? Not Daphne, not my mom, not my family, right? Some jerk off claimed to have read the blog, and simply because I said I could have molested her but didn't, right? Tried to turn that into a confession. Does that sound like a confession? No. No way, no how. It's not a confession, is it? No, not even legally. Not even legally. So no one incriminates themselves. That's what they're saying. He was saying that. They're actually. Well, was I around child molestation growing up? The one who was molested, don't want you talking about it. Calls her molester. Don't want her talking about it. Like Joyce had to do for her father to realize he was wrong, right? She's still in his shadow, right? She's afraid of him. I know. And bang, bang, he's got a gun. Bang, bang, he's scaring her. Bang, bang, he's driving her gay too. Bang, bang, right? See what I mean? She's hating him, right? Because of him, because of him. And, even her own confused cousin who's trying to having a different problem with guys on the bus trying to make a 12, 13-year-old boy gay, even cousin Chris. And is acting like I'm gay because I'm having a wet dream when he gets in and I'm still asleep. I don't even know when he got in, right? If you're sound asleep, right. And you start humping the bed or your person next to you, right? A good person just wakes you up and say, Shane, you're having a wet dream. Okay. And you'll probably stop the wet dream. Even if you do it again later on, you're still asleep, probably. You don't hardly remember the encounter with Chris either, right? The next morning. You don't know what he's talking about, if it's a wet dream too, right? And then he's acting like you're gay because of the wet dream. I know. You know what it is at 13. He's not paying attention in school, is he? So he's not. But it's bygones, right? Now, The cousin I had to dance with, I wasn't gay, was the female. But still, I'm still a kid. It still doesn't count in that. I know better now. Right, right. Okay.